I can hear them. This is not an ordinary bird photography situation. I actually came here early this year, early spring, hoping to get what was one of my bogey birds, and pretty much still is. So hopefully today is going to be better. I can hear them. I can hear them. Oh, I've just seen a couple. Right, let's get up there. They're definitely here. They're here, they're all around me, you can hear them pinging. The bird I'm after today is the bearded tit, also called the bearded riedling, and I'm amazed at just how active they are already. This is definitely not what I'd call a normal bird photography situation where you just always on autofocus and often on the continuous focus. I'm not even using the continuous servo for this. I'm not even bothering because just the nature of bearded tits, just listening to them, it's such a difficult habitat to photograph a bird in, and they'll stop and there'll be something in the way, there'll be something between you and the bearded tit. So one shot's working okay, and then also I'm using manual as well. So sometimes I'm actually switching to manual because it's just confusing the focus so much with all the reeds and stuff that's in the way. So what I'll do there is lock the focus, and then I'll just tweak the manual focus ring to get it nice and sharp. They're actually coming onto the path. They do this like when it gets into autumn because they change their diet. That was just absolutely amazing. I'll take you through what happened because I couldn't vlog that as I was doing it. I'd love to do it because it was so much fun. But there was other people there. I didn't want to get in people's way, and it was all happening so quick. I just had to get on, get pictures, get film. What I decided to do was to go for them on the ground. They were coming down onto the path because they're coming down to get grit. Because this time of year, their diet changes. During the spring and summer, it's more of an insect diet, and they're feeding the youngsters on various insects, and then as it changes into the autumn they change to eating seeds. I think they just completely eat seeds throughout the winter. So this time now, kind of September, October, when they change to that diet, they actually ingest some grit because it aids with the digestion. So I got down on the ground, not particularly comfortable. I really knew I should have put my knee pads. I should have brought my knee pads. Stupid, I'll do that next time. But I lay down on my front with the camera, and I just basically had the lens foot of the 500mm lens just directly on the ground, completely at ground level, so I can kind of use that to swivel around to change my composition. They'd often come down in 1s and 2s and 3s, but when they left, they always seemed to go up as one pack, and I thought that would be a fantastic picture to try and get. So I spent a bit of time trying to get that shot of all the bearded tits when they actually left the ground and came up. and I really like those shots I've got. They may not be completely pin sharp, but you know, it doesn't bother me at the moment. I tried the screen. I really can't stand the screen a lot of the time. I know people think I'm weird for that, but it really gets in my way a lot of the time. It's great for some things, it is an advantage, but the amount of times for me it gets in my way is just incredible, and it did this today. So sometimes I use the screen and sometimes I didn't. So that was definitely something a little bit creative. Sometimes I can hear one now. Sometimes you've got to work around things, and for me it's often a case of deciding you know, what I think is the best opportunity in that situation and the most sensible thing to go for. So that's what I did today. And then later on I had some opportunities for perch shots. There was one particular area of the fence that they just seemed to keep coming back to. I waited there for a while with the camera on the tripod, and one came back, then two, and then a few more came in, and then there's probably like about 10 at one point. Adult males, adult females, and what looks like youngsters, immature birds as well. So a really nice mixture. Now, to be honest, I don't tend to have the camera and the big lens on a tripod that often. I don't seem to end up in that many situations. I'm often using some other kind of support, a ledge or a beanbag or something, you know, on the ground. But for today it was just necessary. Now, when I am using a big lens like this with the tripod, I don't tend to carry them separately. I don't like put the camera and the lens in a bag and have the tripod separately. I just keep them together. So I put the camera on top of the tripod and I actually carry it around like that. I find that's much easier, and I can just set it up quickly as well. So in terms of carrying it, this is what I found probably the best way to do it is I actually carry it kind of on my back basically. And to do that, I found, just to make it a bit easier, so what I'll do, I'll get the tripod set up and then I'll choose one of the legs and I'll make that shorter. So I'll make that probably about half as short, and then when I put it over my back, I've got like two legs out in front of me, and then I've got one leg behind which kind of goes directly between my legs, and because it's shorter it doesn't bump into me. And then I'll carry it around like that, and then when I see an opportunity, put the camera down, put the two legs down, and then just extend that third leg. Fair to say, I've never seen so many bearded tits in one place. That was just absolutely incredible. Now, if you're a beginner or intermediate photographer and you'd like some help with small bird photography, something to refer to in the field, then check out my photography guides. There's a link in the description below this video, and I'll also put a link on the screen as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video sometime soon.
Ugh.